Hey, what's up? You're listening to the All-In Networker Podcast. My name's Dan McCabe. We're on day 24 of 90, and we're going to be talking about industry objections. We talked about these for a little bit yesterday, but it's a great topic. Looking forward to talking about it some more today. So let's just jump right in and let's get started. Hey, what's up, everybody? Dan here, and day 24, and it was a good day. I mean, it's weird. I just got off of a phone call with Aubrey, who kind of runs all of my marketing and handles like all the post-production on these videos and these podcasts and things like that. We talked to a gentleman that builds and does some stuff around YouTube channels, and we're thinking about hiring somebody for that because I haven't done a lot there at all, really. So I need to find a professional, and it's just not my skill set. It shouldn't be me doing it. I mean, if there's a problem with the industry of network marketing, it's that you sign up and then they expect you to be all things to all people, and that just isn't possible. When really true business works when you get the right butts in the right chairs. You find the right experts to do the right things to build the business for you, with you, to work in their zone of genius, work around their expertise. When you try to do it all, it just doesn't work. Believe me, I know. I've known this for a long time, all the way back in my real estate investing days, in those very early projects where I was everything. I was the painter, I was the electrician, I was the floor sander, I was everything. And I learned quickly that you can't scale, you can't build, and you'll never do the best job possible if you try to do all things. And that's what network marketers try to do. That's why, top network marketing leaders will try to convince that new person, like, you have to do everything. You have to go do your own prospecting, your own sales presentations, your own trainings. You want to build an online brand, you got to do that yourself. You got to learn how to build websites. They try to get you to do all the things, and it's not realistic. I remember I sketched this out on a notepad during a network marketing training like 4 years ago. I was at a regional event for our company, and I was so excited about it. I was sketching it out, barely listening to whoever was training that day, kind of just there, but I was sketching out this idea, and I was in my own headspace of what a team really should look like. And I was sketching out all the different positions, all the different skills you really need to build a big team. And I ran up to one of my upline leaders afterwards, somebody who I was good friends with, and showed them, I'm like, this is what it needs to be. This is what a team should look like, because then you just get people doing what they're good at, what keeps them excited, what they want to keep coming back for, and everybody's going to grow that much faster. When we try to get this person who's really good at setting appointments to do presentations, they suck. Let's not have them do presentations anymore. When we get this person that is not good at presentations at all, but is really good at customer service, let's just get them doing customer service, and I'll go do their presentations. And I've sketched all this out, and I wrote down this crazy thing that normal businesses use all the time called an org chart. I just wrote it out based on a network marketing business, a team model. And it was funny, like the amount of dirty looks I got, not just from like the upline. Everyone's like, yeah, good idea, Dan, you go do that. And, and I still believe that. And that's what we ended up setting up with in different parts of our business as we were growing our team. If somebody's really good at customer service and they're really knowledgeable about the product, I was more than happy to put a person kind of in that role. And if I ever had clients or we had customers that needed that, I pointed them to them. And in exchange, I helped them build their team, because that's what I was good at. It was just like a give and take. It's like, why are we trying to get everybody to do everything when, people are good at different things? And, that person that was doing customer service and product demonstrations and had all the product knowledge and became our customer service for the product, like, they were happy doing that. They liked it. The reason they knew so much about it was because they loved doing it. Why don't we just have that person do that? If that's what they like doing, just let them do that. And in order for them to make money, they need to grow their team. That's why they're in it, but they're not very good at growing their team. Well, let's go help them grow their team. And it works both ways. We can scratch each other's back in this business. So anyways, this has nothing to do with the topic of the day. You just got a little bit of a Dan rant there, I guess. Dan rant, call it bonus training, call it whatever you want. We did talk about industry objections quite a bit yesterday. Within this industry of network marketing, we will get objections on a regular basis that are just specific to people objecting to the industry. and not necessarily objecting to anything else. I gave a great one-liner that I love yesterday in the training, that one of my favorite things to do is when people say, man, that sounds like a pyramid scheme, you say, okay, great, what is a pyramid scheme to you? And have them try to explain it. None of them can. So the other objections that we're going to get a lot, and let me say this, that you are better off trying to preempt those objections within the presentation. I would spend a solid 3 to 5 minutes in the middle of my presentation edifying the industry of network marketing without people really knowing I was edifying the industry of network marketing. And I would talk about the model, and I would show how the model would work. And I would never say network marketing or MLM during that particular piece of the presentation, but by the end of it, I would talk about Mary Kay, and I use that one a lot, even though I have no affiliation with them, but nobody thinks they're a scam. I found a picture online of a fleet of pink Cadillacs, and I would show that picture up in my PowerPoint. I would talk about how somewhere right now in the U.S. there's an old lady driving down the freeway in a pink Cadillac that loves the industry, that believes that this industry can work. And so I would preemptively do as much as I could. I would give a lot of stats. You know, one of the biggest things you can do to handle objections on the industry is to be very, very knowledgeable about the industry and understanding how it works. You know, understanding what the regulators look for, understanding how many people in your country do network marketing, how big is the industry in your country, how big is the industry worldwide. What are some really cool features of the industry that make it unique? What makes it legitimate? What makes a network marketing company different from a pyramid scheme? You know, understanding those things and just having that knowledge is going to help you handle all of the objections. And especially when you understand it, it just gives you beliefs. It gives you beliefs. It gives you conviction into going out there and properly talking to people. And when you talk with that belief and that conviction, people just believe you. If you believe it, they'll believe you. If they have an objection about the industry and you're not sure of the answer and you just kind of stumble through and make something up because you never did your research in the first place, guess who they're not going to believe? They're not going to believe you. So let me take a quick look at the workbook here and see if there's anything I'm missing with. Or missing here that's within the workbook. But I think I pretty well handled it. Kind of the biggest thing you can do is to handle these things early on in your presentation. Get yourself really, really knowledgeable ahead of time, and then write down anytime you get an industry objection that you have not heard before, write it down and go practice it with an upline leader. Right now, I would suggest that you write down a handful of the peak industry objections that you get. I don't want to sell my friends and family. My uncle did one of those things and he lost all of his money. And, you know, things like that. I don't know how to sell. I wouldn't be good at selling things is a common one that we used to get a lot. You know, the only objection I ever found that I could not handle, and I couldn't figure out how to handle it, I just told the lady to have a nice day, was at a live presentation I was doing. I think we probably had about 60 people there, and it was for a travel-related product. I remember she came up to me at the end. I guess it wasn't an industry objection. It was more of a product objection. And she said, well, I can't travel. I don't want to buy this because I can't travel because I have dogs. And I'm like, haven't heard that one before. I don't think I'm going to hear it again, so I'm not going to write it down. This lady seems a little crazy. I'm just going to move on from this conversation. Thank her for her time and thank her for coming out. And that's what I did. So, you know, we're not going to handle all of them, but most industry objections can be handled. It's not that people are objecting to something that they don't like. They are objecting to something they don't have knowledge about yet. So you can look at their objections as a negative, or you can just look at them as they are, which are questions. Things that they don't understand because nobody's educated them yet. And you are there building your business, being the educator for them on the industry. So hopefully that makes sense. I trust some of you got something out of that, and you should. Understanding the industry is huge. When you understand the industry and you can handle industry objections and it builds your belief in the industry, it's going to help your business tenfold. I promise you. I know it will. So anyways, if you're listening to the podcast, please rate and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Maybe click that little bell that gives you a notification every time we drop a new episode. I would appreciate it. So with that being said, I'm going to be back here tomorrow to speak to you guys again And we're going to talk about some more of the industry benefits and facts around the industry, because it's such an important topic, and that's why in this workbook we have it 3 days straight. It's just we talk about that because that's where people need to get. So, all right, appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.